Yo, what's going on, guys? KrispyFlakes here. So today is like Christmas for us NBA fans out there. Today is the NBA draft. So every single season NBA draft happens, and really you watch in hopes that your favorite team goes out there and gets the next franchise caliber player, all-star caliber player, a guy that can just help you win a championship. Or in some cases, you sit there and cry because your team has no first-round draft pick because you pay it, you trade it away to the freaking Clippers for damn Blake Griffin. I'm not gonna start on that though, guys. But I thought for today's video it would be very interesting to see what if every single NBA lottery drafted player ever disappeared from the NBA. So the reason I really want to do this is because like every single season, the lottery picks are the players we really seek out to get, right? And a few of them will be like all-stars, superstars. You have a few really good role players out there. Some of them will be draft busts. But honestly, if you look at these rosters that we are going to go through, you can get some really, really solid NBA players, via just like the late first round and the early second round and stuff like that. So let's go ahead, guys, go through these rosters and check them out. Okay, so look at the Philadelphia 76ers. You got Robert Covington listed as their top player. Of course, they have a lot of really top-notch picks that are disappeared from their roster because like Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid, Markelle Fultz, guys like that out there. That was, brought to them via the draft just for the past few seasons because they've been so trash and stuff like that. So yeah, this team definitely took a big hurting right here. The Milwaukee Bucks, Giannis, guys. Giannis was actually, the 15th pick in the 2013 NBA draft, just outside of the lottery. It's so hard to think that 15 NBA teams passed up on this man. Eric Bledsoe, he was pretty solid, pick number 18, 2010. Chris Middleton, a second-round draft pick. I remember he was actually drafted by my Pistons, a solid 20-point-per-game scorer. Brogdon, what was he, guys? Pick number 6 in the round 2 of 2016, Rookie of the Year. Chicago Bulls, I mean, this team already did not really have that much talent on it as is, so it's like, yeah, they didn't really lose too much. Lauri Markkanen, of course, a lottery pick. Cleveland Cavaliers, no Kevin Love, no LeBron James. Boston Celtics, yeah, I mean, this team right here, it's like Gordon Hayward was a lottery pick, Kyrie Irving, guys like that. Los Angeles Clippers, this right here, man, is like a prime example of building a roster just like via really good like late first round and second round draft picks. I mean, that team's essentially the same. DeAndre Jordan, Lou Williams, Tobias Harris, some of the best players on that team. The Memphis Grizzlies, you got oh yeah, that's right, man, Marc Gasol. Guys, do you remember that Marc Gasol was actually part of that Pau Gasol, Kwame Brown, Lakers, Grizzlies trade many years ago? Like, who would have thought that Marc Gasol, just a toss-in player, would have become the player that he is today? The Atlanta Hawks, okay, well, what was John Collins' pick, man? Pick number 19, damn, that was a snipe right there, too. Hassan Whiteside, Goran Dragic, Miami, so that team looking pretty much the same for the most part. Charlotte Hornets, no Kemba Walker, Utah Jazz, Donovan, Rudy Go, oh my God, dude, look at these, like, I knew a lot of these players were not lottery picks, but damn, I did not know no freaking Rudy Gobert went like almost like last pick in the first round. What's going on here, man? Zach Randolph, future Hall of Famer right there. New York Knicks, you got Tim Hardaway, Courtney Lee, Kyle O'Quinn. Los Angeles Lakers, you still got Isaiah Thomas, who was the last pick of the 2011 NBA draft, guys. Yes, Isaiah Thomas, who once put up 30 points per game in an NBA season. Kuzma out there, a prime example right here of the type of player you can get in a later round. Josh Hart, pretty damn solid role player, was the last pick in the first round last year. So yeah, Orlando Magic got Vucevic, Fournier, Simmons, all really solid like role players to say the least. Dallas Mavericks, Wesley Matthews, I mean, on the Portland Trail Blazers, he was once like a 17.5 rebound, 4 assist type of guy out there before injuries hit him really hard out there. The Brooklyn Nets, I mean, this team just don't have no draft picks, so yeah, their team pretty much is all non-lottery picks except for D'Angelo Russell, who came from the Lakers. The Denver Nuggets, Jokic, one of the best centers in the NBA, guys, only like 22 or 23. This man was picked number 11 in round 2. Can you imagine Jokic, guys, getting that guy round 2, pick number 11? What a freaking steal. Paul Millsap, I think he was drafted by the Utah Jazz. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. In round number 2 right there, he's been an all-star. Gary Harris, pick number 19. The Pacers, Collison, Bogdanovic, Lance Stevenson, all really good role players out there. Drew Holiday, one of the better defensive and 3-and-D point guards. I don't want to say 3-and-D point guard, but one of the better just like defensive point guards in the NBA. Mirotic, Rondo's a freaking all-star, at least he was back in the day on the Celtics. My Detroit Pistons, yeah, it's all trash. Toronto Raptors, Kyle Lowry. Like, Kyle Lowry, that is a franchise caliber point guard, guys. That is a guy that can lead your team for many years to come. Unless LeBron's, playing against them, but that's, that's neither here nor there. Houston Rockets, Clint Capella. And this is one thing I'm noticing is like a lot of these centers, like these top-notch centers are going in later rounds. I just don't know if that's because the center position is really like the toughest position to like come out of or something like that, or if there's more to it. I really don't know. Oh my God, bro. Kawhi freaking Leonard. Kawhi Leonard, one of the top 5 players in the NBA when completely healthy. Pick round 1, pick number 15. And guys, keep in mind here, man, that for the most part of these rosters, it should be up to date right here. It should be up to date. We got Williams, Troy Daniels out there. Okay, that's fine. OKC Thunder, a few decent role players on there. Minnesota Timberwolves, Jimmy Butler, one of the better shooting guards in the NBA, was the last pick in round 1 of 2011. You got Jeff Teague out there. He was an all-star, I believe, on the Atlanta Hawks. Nurkic, Shabazz Napier, Draymond Green, pick number 5, round 2. I mean, come on, man. The dude does it all out there. And, you know, but I know there's a lot of haters for Draymond Green, which is totally understandable. We got Marcin Gortat on the Wizards. But yeah, guys, so here we go. What we're going to do is, since we went through that, we're going to see, like, which one of these teams actually does the best out there. I really have no idea. Like, there's some really good teams out there despite a lot of the superstars not being in the NBA because of this stipulations on this right here, man. But let's go ahead and get going on this simulation. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to talk about some of the players that are going to be drafted in 2018. So let's talk about DeAndre Ayton. What do I think of him as a player? Well, I do think that he is going to be a franchise center in the NBA. I really don't see any bust potential in him, because the reason is you get guys like, you know, Greg Oden or Hasheem Thabeet, these 7-footers out there that are so defensive oriented that they kind of struggle. The thing about DeAndre Ayton is that his weaker point is probably his defense, but he's going to be able to bring it offensively, where it's just like, you know, there's even been comparisons saying that he's got some Shaq-like moves down in the paint, guys. So, I mean, if his defense is in there, you know, the man can go out there and score you 20 points per game like a Karl Anthony Towns. You're pretty much good to go out there. Also, guys, give me 1 second. Let me go through all these damn, like, G League players or whatever. Take me 1 second. So another player I do want to talk about is actually Marvin Bagley III. Because, like, at Duke, he was pretty much like a superstar caliber, like, college player out there. When I see Marvin Bagley, though, like, the type of power forward he is, well, like 6'9", 6'10", he's athletic, not really great defensively. I actually see a lot of Julius Randle in him, so I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Because if you know, it's like right now, would you take Julius Randle with like a top 4 or 5 pick in the draft, you know, going back and stuff like that? I'm not really sure you would or not. I do think he'll be a good NBA player, but I don't think Marvin Bagley will ever be a superstar in the NBA. Luka Doncic, this guy definitely has some question marks around him. I mean, quite honestly, guys, it's like, yeah, he dominated, you know, in the EuroLeague and stuff like that, but you still have to prove yourself in the NBA, man. I'm sorry, you still got to prove yourself in the NBA. He's a little bit slow-footed out there being a shooting guard, but I know he has a very high basketball IQ. I'm very curious to see how he does in the NBA. It's just like, I don't know, there's a lot of, like, really hyped players in this NBA draft, but I really don't know which one of these guys is going to be a bust, because it's going to be one of these guys out there. We got Michael Porter Jr. too. It's like, that's another player you might want to talk about when you're talking about guys that could either be like a bona fide superstar or a bona fide scrub out there. Like Michael Porter, he definitely has the confidence. He says that he's actually a mix of Kevin Durant and the Greek Freak. So if that's not confidence for you, I don't know what is. I hope he ends up being good. I feel like it'll be good for the NBA, but we'll see about that, man. He's got a lot of injury issues around him too. And then probably the player I'm most hyped for to see is Mohamed Bamba, just because, like, I saw this dude, like, you know, defensively, I think he's going to be there. Like, the fact that you, as long as he can stay healthy, the fact that you are, you know, 7 foot plus, have a 7'10" wingspan, defensively, you're set. It's like pretty much like his floor is that he's a really good defensive player that can grab you like 12 rebounds a game and bring you nothing offensively. That's still pretty sought out in the NBA. Like, his ceiling is that he brings his offense together, somehow, you know, knocks down 3-pointers at a consistent rate, and all of a sudden, man, you're looking at a Rudy Gobert combined with I don't know, man, some Kevin Durant like shooting abilities out there. That's probably a bit much of a, you know, a bit of a overstatement, but I'm good with it. But yeah, man, there's a lot of different NBA players out there that I'm definitely hyped about watching here. But we are at the end of the simulation, so I'm going to go ahead and simulate through this right here. And yeah, so record-wise, the 76ers actually did really good despite not having a lot of their players. No doubt, yeah, Giannis getting MVP. I thought it was going to be either him or Kawhi Leonard. So he got 27 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, about 2 blocks per game. John Collins actually got Rookie of the Year in this simulation. George Hill, 6th Man of the Year. Kind of surprised by that. DeAndre Jordan, again, defensive player, grabbing 18 rebounds per game. Terry Rozier, the most improved player, starting for the Boston Celtics. Mike Malone, Coach of the Year on the Nuggets. Curious what type of numbers like Jokic put up too in this. So All-NBA first team, Jimmy Butler, Goran Dragic, Giannis, Kawhi Leonard, Nikola Vucevic actually got over Nikola Jokic out there. Well, yo, what's the chance of me saying Nikola 2 times in the same video, right? Or like back-to-back players like that, right? All-NBA second team, JJ Barea actually making that. Damn, dude. God damn. 20.7 assists. Yo, Dennis Smith Jr., take a seat. JJ Barea's in town. Kyle Lowry, Draymond Green, Mirotic, and DeAndre Jordan. All-NBA third. We got Dennis Schroeder, Kent Bazemore, Nicholas Batum, Robert Covington, and Marcus Saul. Here's the all-defensive teams real quick for you guys to see. And keep in mind, some of these guys were like also like made up or also free agents out there that we had to add to teams. By the way, man, I did not mention this yet. My man, Little B Saint out there, or Little Saint B, I always mess your name, bro. I'm so sorry. Actually made this roster for me. He's actually coming out with an NBA offseason roster. So if you're interested in that, Link to his like PSN will be in the description below of this video. And here we go. So I do want to check out the player stats here real quick, like the league leaders, see how everybody did. So Giannis balled out. Kawhi Leonard at 25 points, 8 rebounds per game. Tobias Harris, the 3rd leading scorer in the NBA. Isaiah Thomas doing his thing on the Lakers. JJ Barea, like I was not expecting those type of numbers. But yeah, so nobody like really absolutely dominated outside maybe Giannis and also Kawhi Leonard, which makes sense. But still, like these are all guys that are more than capable of putting up these type of scoring numbers for the most part. Like Zebo, you ain't putting up no 19 points per game anymore in the NBA. But yeah, so yo, I don't know why I'm so like intrigued by Jokic. It's just one of my favorite players in the NBA at 16 points, 10 rebounds, and 6 assists. Good numbers for him. 16 for Kuzma. J.R. Smith, the Henny God, at 16. All right, we'll go about the Draymond Green. I mean, he got scoring up at least. He still got scoring up. But yeah, all right, that's pretty interesting. Next up, let's do the playoffs here. So what teams are actually in it? For the Western Conference, we got Denver versus Dallas, Minnesota versus San Antonio, Golden State still making it with Draymond Green, the Utah Jazz, Clippers, and Houston Rockets. We got the Raptors with Pacers, Cavaliers, Heat, Bucks, Washington, and the 76ers and Nets. Here we go, guys. So let's see which team actually has the best roster of just like, I guess the best way to put this, man, which team did the best job of assembling a team that did not have like lottery draft picks and stuff like that. So simulate current round, see how this all goes. Brooklyn Nets are gone, Dallas Mavericks gone, Washington Wizards gone. Okay, Pacers gone. Golden State knocked out in the first round. I love saying that, even if it's for a video that does not have, you know, the big 3 on it. Cavaliers gone, Spurs gone, Clippers gone. So we got Raptors, Heat, 76ers, Bucks, Jazz, Houston, and Denver and Minnesota. I'm gonna guess it's gonna come down to probably Denver and the Bucks. Kind of feeling that. Surprised the Spurs got knocked out first round. Simulate current round here, and Heat gone, Timberwolves gone, Jazz gone, and Bucks gone. Okay, so Giannis actually got knocked out. So you look at the stars left in this. Houston Rockets got Clint Capella as their best player, Jokic for the Nuggets, Kyle Lowry, and I think Robert Covington for the 76ers. So, damn, dude, they really did trust that process. Oh my God, bro. They really did trust that process. Like, you all think Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid is like the big names out there? No, man, Robert Covington's where it's at, apparently. All right, simulate current round. And wow, guys, the Philadelphia 76ers, Robert Covington got finals MVP at 17 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and 1 steal per game out there. So, man, they did a great job of putting other players around them, you know, via draft and stuff like that. Anyway, hope you guys did enjoy this video. Be sure to drop that like, subscribe if you're new to my channel, and peace out, my friends.